King Ryan Garcia. What's next for Ryan Garcia? Can he improve? Before I get into it, I'm out here in Manassas, Virginia, man. I'm out here. I had to drive 40-something miles to look for a hose. This is what happens when you live in the sticks. One of the cars was pulling a code, and it was like a mass airflow sensor code. So I opened the hood because the car kept on juddering, it was stuttering, and like it wanted to shut off on me. It would do it a lot when I would stop at a light. You would feel it a little bit when you're driving, but it was mostly when you stopped. So I pulled the mass airflow sensor out. I cleaned it. I changed it out, put a new one in, put a new air filter in. The possibilities could have also been the fuel filter or the fuel pump or the fuel injectors. But I left those, those are the things that's the worst case scenario, So the mass airflow sensor is easy to change. But get this. I said, okay, I couldn't figure out what's wrong with the car. I took off everything. I didn't know what, I couldn't figure it out. I was really busy. I couldn't really take the time out to go further into the car to see what was wrong. I took it to a local shop. Had it for like 5 days. These dudes saying, listen, your PCV valve may need to be changed, and the hose for the PCV valve is broken. He said, well, it's gonna in order for us to change the PCV valve, we gotta remove your valve cover. So you would need a new valve cover gasket, and new PCV valve hose. They was charging me for the PCV valve $40-something bucks. The gasket for the valve cover is about $8-9, and then they charged me for the hose. It was like $12 for the hose. Do you know how much labor they wanted to charge me? They wanted to charge me $280. Yeah, $280 to do that. Now, mind you, I know all about cars. There's just some things that, in some cars, you might figure it might not go wrong with certain cars. You're like, okay, you gotta look in different places for different things in certain cars. But I always get a second opinion, or I question everything. I said, I never heard of having to take the valve cover off to remove a PCV valve. Some cars that might be the case, maybe in certain cars, I don't know, but I've never heard of that. I've changed PCV valves in many cars, and I never had to take the valve cover off. I went, got my wrench, took the engine cover off, the plastic cover, and what's right under the plastic cover? The valve, your heads and everything is right there. You got the air cleaner box. It's like a box. It's like a black box on this car. On that car, it's a black box. You see the PCV valve sitting right on top of the valve cover, screwed into the valve cover. The hose coming out and then going into this little black box to help clean the air and everything, right? The hose was broken. It looked very strange to me though. It looked like they cut that fucking hose, because a deteriorated hose don't look like that. The hose itself looked like nothing was wrong. It looked like it was brand new. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna make a video when I get home. I'm gonna show y'all the hose. And you tell me if it looked like they cut that hose, or it looks like it was broken just by wear and tear. It didn't look like that. Wear and tear, the minute I would have took, the hose wasn't brittle. It wasn't cracked or nothing. It was just a clean slice through most of the hose. It was still hanging. It was like like somebody just gashed the fucking hose. And it was doing that. To their credit, I'll say the car was still doing that before I took it to them. But after I got it back, when they told me the hose was messed up, it was worse. So I don't know if they did that on purpose. They made it worse. Something was wrong, but I'm assuming that's what's wrong with the car. It needs a new PCV valve. I'm just changing for good measure. It might not even be the valve. It's just good to change it while you're ready under there. You know what I mean? And the hose. So I'm here at AutoZone. They said online that they had it. Hopefully they do. So I need to get that. But anyway, just wanted to throw that in there. But Ryan Garcia, can he improve? Sure, he can. Any boxer can if they put their mind to it. Some boxers are just set in their ways, man. He's not much improvement. You know, like Deontay Wilder is one of them kind of boxers. Sometimes you just fight how you fight, man. You can try to improve on it, but there's not much you really could do. You know, if you set in your ways, you set in your ways, man. But Ryan Garcia, man, right now he's getting slammed by other boxers for saying they think he quit. I think so, because he got up. Like, it's a difference. You get hit with a body shot and you rolling around on the ground and you can't get up. You in excruciating pain. He obviously was in pain because that shit hurts, man. A lot of y'all don't understand. You're hit with a body shot, you can't breathe and shit. It's like it's crazy, man. It's no joke. It's no joke. It paralyzes you, man. But first thing he should do is get away from Oscar De La Hoya and get away from Joe Goosen, get away from Bernard Hopkins. Not sure where he would go. Mayweather Promotions, I don't fucking know. Be independent, but he need to get away from them because they clearly don't respect him. They just use him for the bag. That's really all they give a shit about. But he can improve, but he just got to be disciplined. He gotta want to do better. Hopefully this loss is not gonna throw him back into depression. You know, I don't want that to happen to the dude, man. He believes in the creator, so anybody that believes in the creator, you know, they get my respect. You know, I know a lot of people don't believe in God and stuff like that. That's cool. That's on you, man. But he believes in the creator. He always shouting him out every time he fights, win or lose. So you got no choice but to respect that. I respect that. You know what I mean? I respect that to the fullest, man. But I see him. What's gonna happen with him is they're probably gonna give him some light touches to give him his confidence back, because he did look defeated up there. He looked sad, and a part of that was because his team wasn't up there with him. I think a lot of that was that too. But he'll be all right, man. I think Ryan Garcia will bounce back. This is his first loss. Ain't no shame in losing to what we would call, you know, I give Tank, he's a good fighter, man. But he's still suspect to me when it comes to a lot of things. But it's no real shame in losing to a Tank Davis. It's not like he was fighting some lower ranked guy and got knocked out. That would have been bad for Ryan, man. He would have had to have a real serious comeback from that, and it would have probably damaged his spirit even more. But since he lost to Tank, you know, naturally he gonna be upset because that's his first loss, defeat. You know, because these dudes train. You know, but he ain't nobody looking at it like he lost to some bum or something like that. So he'll be all right. He'll be all right, man. He just got to get away from Oscar and them. If he stay with them, bro, it's gonna be bad for him. They're gonna even more abuse him even more, man. It's not good to do that to people, man. Oscar, they're gonna get what's coming to them. You know, they will. But shout out to Ryan Garcia, man. You know, hold your head, boy. Hold your head. You did what you had to do. And one other note, man. Y'all watch these mechanics, man. See, that job was no $280-some job. You can take the PCV valve from off the top through the valve cover. They were trying to get extra labor out of me by saying, like, I wasn't going to figure it out. Like, dude, I'm not no asshole where you're going to tell me anything and I'm not going to second guess it. See, it's sad. You know how many mechanics get away with this shit every day? Women, a lot of times women don't know much about cars, and then there be single women, they bring their cars in for service, and then they tell them, oh, you need this, you need that, throwing all kind of stuff at them. And if women, they don't know how to, you know, they don't have nobody there to really tell them, nah, listen, you don't need this, or they're lying, you know, or get a solid mechanic that they know to check it. And they take advantage of older people, women, and young people that don't know about cars and shit. Like, they know who to pull that shit with. They thought they could pull it with me. See, they think when you bring it to them, you don't know about cars. So I brought it to them because I didn't feel like looking further into it because I was so busy that week. So they thought it was going to run a game on me. And one other time, one of the other cars had an issue with the mass airflow sensor. They told me it was going to cost $300 for the mass airflow sensor. Man, you know, you don't even have the factory one don't even, some of them do cost that much. I've seen it, but it shouldn't. I would have been all right with $100, but this dude said $330 for a mass airflow sensor. Do you know I spent $40 on the mass airflow sensor, and I seen some for cheaper than that. Put it in one of my other cars, and it's been running fine for years. And they wanted to charge me $200 to change the mass airflow sensor. Can you believe that shit? But anyway, it's Rebel Like Boxing, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the bonus part of the video, man. I'll catch y'all later, and I'm off this. Peace.